Workers were cutting down trees when the giant rock beneath them was awakened. In order to sleep peacefully again, it stood up straight and walked to another place to rest. But it never expected that suddenly a rope would loop around it and drag it away by force. In fact, it was originally a great mountain, but because it loved to sleep, it had slept for dozens of centuries. With the passage of time, it became smaller and smaller, eventually turning into the small mountain it was now. It wasn't until humans came to cut down the tree that it was awakened. It wanted to move to another place to sleep again, but once more, a rope caught it and dragged it away to be ground and processed. In the end, it was made into a millstone, spinning endlessly every day, never able to sleep again. Until one day, it was discovered by a group of soldiers and taken away once more. After being crushed by machines, it became smaller again. Once more it was polished and then placed into a cannon barrel, where it was fired out. Just like that, it fell into the water, but the sea did not accept it and pushed it back onto the shore. Lonely, it walked into a village and suddenly saw a glove. It decided to settle there and sleep peacefully, but then a big hand appeared. It turned out to be an archaeologist. Behind this rock, he luckily discovered a fossil of an ancient creature. From then on, it lived in a museum. Just when it thought this would be its eternal home, the glass in front of it suddenly shattered, and it fell from the display case, landing directly into a trash can. It was then thrown out as garbage. A passerby saw it and tossed it into someone else's house. After rolling around, the small stone finally fell onto a nearby road, where a passing car struck it and sent it flying. After being ground down by gears, the small stone became smaller again. Exhausted, it planned to just fall asleep right there. But unexpectedly, a steamroller came and crushed it into tiny pebbles. Then it was treated as dust and swept into a pile of sand nearby. The little stone thought it could finally sleep in peace, but a sand excavating machine started working, sending it onto a conveyor belt. After being calcined at high temperatures, it was processed into glass and placed on a satellite. However, due to human error, the satellite was destroyed and eventually crashed onto another planet. As time passed, the little stone grew big again, and new life began to appear on the small planet.